To sell the estate property for top dollar and no hassle, you need somebody who both knows the law and the market. I'm a certified probate specialist and a certified master negotiator, so I can take care of this for you. Now, you'll decide how much to outsource to me. Obviously, I'll be taking care of the real estate sale, but I can also manage fix-up, cleanup, and personal property sale if you want that handled. You decide what to outsource and what you want to do for yourself. And there's no extra management fee to me to handle it all. Now, of course, the service providers do charge for their work. Here's the 5 main tasks that need to be done. First, you need to get a certified probate expert, and that's what I am, and that's why you'll win, because I can handle the law and the market. Then we'll need to make your property a certified pre-owned home that's ready to close as soon as we go on the market. The first 15 days are critical. We should have intense buyer competition. One of the reasons is that I pay broker cash to buyers, and I'll cover that later on. And then once we get our buyers and decide who is the best buyer, I'll negotiate number 1, the sale, but number 2, the removal of all of the contingencies that could crash our sale. I haven't had a buyer back out in over a decade. The last 2 things that I'll handle are the sure close items of a limited buyer inspection. They've already seen our home inspection and my annotations as to what we've repaired and what we're not going to repair. So all they get to look at is things that we didn't disclose that are major. Problems with the foundation, the structure, the roof, and the mechanicals. Otherwise, they're in. The only other thing that could cause us a problem is the appraisal. So I try to negotiate a 95% appraisal, or in some cases a 96 or 97% appraisal. Sometimes I can do this and sometimes not, because some buyers don't even have the extra 5%. But if it can be done as a certified master negotiator, I'll get it done for you. Now, as I mentioned, you can outsource all the real estate hassles to me. And the earlier that I come on board, the earlier you can just wash your hands of the whole thing. I'll take care of everything and keep you up to date. Now, there's some obvious core activities of selling fast and selling for a good price that I'm going to choose. It's your choice whether you want me to manage the pre-sale cleanup, the pre-sale fix-up, the sale of personal properties, and evictions. There's no extra charge by me for managing any of this. But if you want to keep some of these tasks for yourself, or if you want family members to handle them, that's fine with me too. Now, if the property needs help, but the estate is short on cash, I front cash for pre-sale fix-up on a case-by-case basis, no interest. You simply pay back the cash at close of escrow. I manage the fix-up by contractors who are willing to wait for their money until close of escrow too. During this entire process, you'll have up-to-the-minute reporting updates to you so that you will have no hassle, no wondering about what is the status, and no surprises. I will keep you up to date, and I'll also keep your attorney up to date, just like I was one of their well-trained team members. I have knowledge of the probate law, and that plus my marketing expertise allows me to deliver to every party exactly what they want. Platinum rule is to do unto others the way they want it. So that's what I do. Buyers want contingencies to protect themselves, and they get them. But we remove them before it's time to go to court. My sure close makes sure the sale closes. And by the way, the court, if we do have to have confirmation, accepts no contingencies, so that's what we deliver to the court. Agents, many times, are not experienced in probates, and they're afraid of it. They're afraid they'll make a mistake, and they want guidance, not criticism. So that's what I do. I offer help and encouragement so that we can bring their buyer on board to get the estate absolute top dollar. It costs no more to go with a certified probate broker. So go with Hunter Broker and me, Terry Hunter. There's no cost to you for my management of any of the pre-sale things, including fielding all inquiries and anything else to do with selling the home. With a certified pre-owned home, we're ready to close the day we go on the market. We've got a home warranty, we've got a home inspection, all the reasonable repairs have already been done, we've got a clear termite report, and we've got a title report, HOA docs, and complete seller and third-party disclosures, a full lender review, And all of these documents are pre-assembled so that when the buyer sits down to sign the contract, they also sign for all of these, and they remove all the contingencies except their final inspection and the appraisal. The first 15 days is the most important time period of selling the property. That's when buyers are excited and will start a buyer bidding war with my buyer cashback, my broker cash that I pay to buyers. That way we're working direct with buyers who are compliant and also paying us a good price, and we'll make sure that it closes as expected. And the way we'll do that is because I'm a certified master negotiator in addition to being a certified probate expert. And I know that 90% of marketing is planning and only 10% is bargaining. So I've already done all the planning. That's why you win right from the start. Many buyer brokers are actually the junior newbies of their real estate company. As an experienced certified master negotiator, you've got me on your side, and that's our competition. That's a good thing. I've already mentioned that the inspection that the buyer does is only a re-inspection, and it only covers major defects. And if there aren't any major defects that we didn't disclose, the buyer can't back out. But we need to keep the appraisal from hurting our sale. We can't choose the appraiser. Some are good and some are not, so we don't take any chances. I do my very best to negotiate a 95% appraisal so that the low appraisal will not crush our deal. We don't want an appraisal fail, and we certainly don't want any renegotiation with the buyer. So that completes my nail the sale process. If you'd like to see what others have said about working with us, you can find out on Angie's List or Zillow or Yelp. And they're all straight A and 5-star reviews, and there's 55 or 60 of them now. So you can get a really good handle on what it's like to work with us. In fact, here's just a few who have worked with us and a one-liner of what they thought about the whole process. Ernie and Mary were going to walk away from their house because it had a reverse mortgage on, and Mary burst into tears every time she went by the home because that's where her sister passed away. I told them, if you want this taken care of, just let me run and I'll keep you up to date. And they said, good, we don't care if we get anything out of it, we just want it completed. In the end, I delivered a check for $156,000 to them, and I took care of all the details. I'll do the same for you. I do have 2 bonus tips for you, though, that I would like to cover with you. Before I do that, make a note of the phone number there so that you can give me a call to see how this would work for you. The first thing we need to avoid is double agents. You may not know what that even means. It's only become a thing since December of 2018, but it is disastrous. In larger companies, agents become double agents automatically. So if you're working with a larger company, you may very well have double agents working for you. There's no problem with that with me at all. I'm the only person in my company that has a real estate license, and I'm the only one doing any deals. So no double agents here. That means that all the buyers in the entire MLS will be available to you and not off limits. Whereas the sellers that work with the big box real estate agents, they may very well be dealing with double agents. If they are, then their agent can no longer negotiate for them. And that's bad, but it's not as bad as having a double agent lawsuit. So double agents are something to stay far away from. And with me, there's no problem at all. One of the ways I get my clients top dollar is with my broker cash. Many agents try to be the only broker in the whole transaction so that they have the buyer and the seller and then keep all the commission for themselves. I don't do that. The commission that didn't go to the buyer agent because the buyer came direct to me goes to the buyer. So the buyer's excited and they'll do a buyer bidding war and they'll bid more than the property's worth because they're not even paying for it. It's coming from me. So that's how we make sure that you get top dollar. And then we've already gone over the nail the sale on how to keep the sale together. And the better your sale, the more important it is to have nail the sale to keep it together. And that's what you're looking at with these 5 circles. Nail the sale. The last thing I want to cover is being a true to you fiduciary. I put your interests before my own, and if I ever fail to do that, then my commission is totally refundable to you. Most agents don't even act as real estate fiduciaries at all. They see themselves as marketing agents, and they just happen to be selling homes. Well, that's not what the license says, and that's not the way it's been, and that's not the way I am. I will be your true to you fiduciary, taking care of you and putting your interests first. To find out how this could all work for you, call me at 949-278-1595.